Here's Dave Schroeder from Action 2 Sports.
Against the worst pass defense in the NFL, Brett Hundley has his worst day as a passer, only 84 yards. But the run game, defense, and special teams all deliver as the Packers keep their postseason hopes intact with a crazy win at Lambeau Field. Aaron Rodgers practiced for the first time yesterday. He could potentially return in 2 weeks, but they need some wins first. Early on, returning from his own shoulder injury, Jameis Winston hits Cameron Brate. Great catch. Opening drive, 7-0 Tampa Bay. But Brett Hundley's going to answer by driving the Packers in the red zone, though he misses a wide-open Geronimo Allison. They settle for a field goal in the second quarter now. Hundley looking long for Jordy Nelson. Shot play, but he didn't see the safety, and that was not a safe throw. Intercepted. But the defense would force a punt, and here Kyler Fackrell gets a piece of the punt, setting the Packers up on a short field at the Bucs 45. Attaboy, and then Jamal Williams, his first 100-yard rushing day today, and he gets the touchdown for the Packers' first lead of the day at 10-7. On the ensuing Bucs possession, Kenny Clark, back from his ankle injury, gets his first career sack, and the ball's loose and scooped up by Dean Lowry, heading 62 yards the other way for, yes, you guessed it, a Lowry leap. Oh, get up there, big fella. Nice lead on 17-10 Packers at the half. The Packers defense, led by Clay Matthews, would get 7 sacks today, the second most ever in a single game. But meanwhile, the offense failed to get a first down in the first 24 minutes of the second half. Meanwhile, that defense, which fought hard, gives up the go-ahead score. Winston to Brate again. It's 20-17 Bucs, 6 minutes to play. However, Hundley, who made very few plays, makes one that matters here. He hits Devontae Adams, 14 yards, tack on 15 more for roughing the passer. The Packers are in field goal range. They tie it. We get overtime. The Packers win the important toss and march right down the field. Back from a knee injury, Aaron Jones gets his first touch of the day and makes him pay. Jamal Williams getting a blow, and Jones in the end zone. A day after his birthday, he celebrates with the walk-off winner. The Packers improve to 6-6, and Lindsey Polaris has more from Lambeau. Cover 2 has this game completely covered tonight at 10:35. Lane Taylor joining us in studio. Reports from Lindsay and more. Plus, of course, Jason, Rob, and Mark go on the clock. Cover 2, 10:35. Elsewhere in the NFC North today, the Vikings visiting the Falcons. A Minnesota win helps the Packers in the wild card chase. Second quarter, 3-0 Falcons, but here come the Vikings. Latavius Murray, physical run down inside the 5. Couple plays later, Case Keenum, he's not a game manager, he's a game winner. Jerick McKinnon, 2-yard score. Vikings in front 7-3. Julio Jones, oh, mocking the dirty bird, nice. Julio Jones had just 2 catches against the Vikings defense. However, Mohamed Sanu catches hold of one here, sets up a field goal. Falcons get within 1. They later hit a field goal to go up 9-7. But here come the Vikings again. Keenum to Kyle Rudolph. 'Tis the season, 6-yard score. Falcons fall. Vikings win 14-9. Minnesota has won 8 games in a row. So the Falcons loss helps the Packers. A Lions loss, that'd be nice too. Detroit at Baltimore, and wouldn't you know, the Ravens go up 20-0. The Lions get back in it, but here Baltimore's Alex Collins, 7-yard score, 27-13 Ravens comfortably in front, but back comes Detroit again. Nick Belmore makes it a 1-score game again, but this is important. Late in the fourth quarter, Lions quarterback Matthew Stafford going to throw an interception. That's not the important part. Check it out. Hit after he throws, and his hand stepped on by Terrell Suggs. Stafford would have to leave the game. X-rays negative. It is a bruise, but remember, he just had a thumb injury last year that spoiled the Lions' hopes late in the season. He had to leave the game, and the Ravens roll 44-20. Also today, the Saints lead the Panthers. That, too, would help Green Bay. Well, Wisconsin's hopes for a playoff bid extinguished in last night's Big Ten title game loss. The Buckeyes also missed the playoff as Bama got the final spot. Wisconsin finishes 6th in the final college football playoff rankings. They are now set to face number 10 Miami in the Orange Bowl on December 30th at 7 o'clock. The game is on the Hurricanes' home turf. Well, no playoffs for Bucky, but 2-0 UW Oshkosh will host a Division III national semifinal this coming Saturday. They will face 12-time national champ Mount Union. The Purple Raiders 13-0. The Titans advanced to the semifinals with a 41-27 win over Wartburg yesterday. This is the 3rd semifinal berth in the 4 tournament appearances for the Titans, who were national runners-up last year. Kickoff 12:05 Saturday at Titan Stadium.
All right, thanks, Dave.
Welcome on, welcome all. It is time for Operation Football. 2 steps from state, teams sharpening their focus with only elite competition left. We start where we started the season with a titanic clash between Kimberly's still perfect Papermakers and rival Fond du Lac. We head to Papermakers Stadium, a flip from when Fondy hosted things in week 1. Kimberly won by 7 in August and by 3 in last year's playoff matchup. Just before the half, Kimberly up 14-7, make it 21-7. Alec Rosner, Zach Lechner, touchdown. It's a 2-score game, but in the second half, a different story. Fondy comes to play in the red zone. Just let Dylan Seeloff do the rest. 19-yard score, 7-point game, and here they go again from the 1. Cole feeds him. Seeloff scores. We're all tied at 21 apiece. Kimberly, though, responds. 4th and 1 from midfield. DJ Stewart gets the 1 and gets 51 more. He's got the speed that you need. On 4th and 1, they hit the home run to take the lead in the 4th quarter. Fondy's still in it, down 7 late. 4th and 1 from the 1, but they muff the snap. Oh no! Kimberly gets the ball, and that's all she wrote, folks. 68 straight wins and counting for Kimberly as they outlast Fond du Lac 28-21. Next week, Kimberly will play either 1-seed Bayport or 2-seed Appleton North. In the first quarter tonight, the Pirates give it to Isaiah Gash, and he gashes him. We've seen this before. 53 yards. He's got the burst and the points on the board. Bayport up 7-zip, but Appleton North's first play is quite the answer. 85 yards. Will Stewart will score. Appleton North adds another touchdown, leads at 14-7. Bayport coming back in the second quarter now. 20-yard pass. Isaac Krause to Ryan Smith, and Mr. Smith, quite a handy catch there to tie it at 14 apiece. North goes into the half up by 2 touchdowns, and in the third, it's beautiful. Oh, right in the bucket. Carter Robinson, Adam Zaratsky, and the Lightning earn a rematch with Kimberly for the right to go to state after their 49-41 win. In Division III, the Notre Dame Tritons look to continue their march to Madison on the road tonight at West De Pere. First quarter, Mitch Choza. He chose the right hole and barrels in past defenders. Tritons take a 7-0 lead. Second quarter, West Line. Nice pass. 21 yards to Jack Allen. That sets up a second score, 14-0. Just before the half now, the Phantoms try this whole passing thing. A West De Pere quarterback, Josh Blunt, is picked off by Allen. He's got nice hands on offense and defense. Notre Dame wins 28-7. In Division IV, we head to Wrightstown, a rematch here. The Tigers hosting the Irish of Freedom. First quarter, 7-zip Freedom, and they want some more. Dakota Brockman gets the Rockman, and he takes it for a little jog. 58 yards, down to the 2. Doesn't quite have the speed you need. That would set up a touchdown, though, for a 14-0 lead. Second quarter, the Irish get luck. Wait, no they don't. Brody Brzezowski with the catch, but the fumble, and the Tigers get it back. That sets up this. James Hansen, bop, there he goes. Can't find anybody left, rolls right, stretches in, and scores. Wrightstown cuts the lead to 7 at the half, but Freedom wins by 1, 14-13. To Division VI, the powerhouse, St. Mary Springs, taking on Racine Lutheran. The Ledger's Blake Lamb. Kick return. Up the far side. He's going to take it all the way to the 5-yard line. Finally hauled down by his jersey. 2 plays later, though, the handoff to Clay Schufner, who shuffles on in. Springs in front, 7-zip. Now 14-0. The Ledgers looking for more in the Ledger. Mitch Wechter goes right, and on the run finds Blake Lamb. Nice throw, nice catch. 21-0 lead, 28-0 win. More from Division VI, a rematch of Week 2. Marathon and Iola Scandinavia. Second quarter, 2nd and goal from the 1. Connor Kirky, QB keeper. And the T-Birds take a 7-6 lead. A few plays later, 2nd and 4. Here we go, Bryce Hutner takes the handoff. 40 yards into Red Raider territory. Same drive, it's going to be 4th and goal. And Kirky with the play action pass, it works. Ben Cady extends the Thunderbird lead to 14-6. They win at 32-12, and we'll play number 3 seed Regis next week. Well, that is it for the high school highlights. Well, the biggest game in Badger football history pits Wisconsin against Ohio State. Bucky, 1 win from a spot in the college football playoff, trying to go 13-0 and win the Big Ten championship. And here come those Badgers, ranked number 4, but underdogs, according to Vegas, against 2-loss Ohio State. Wisconsin on the move early, but Alex Hornibrook is picked off by Denzel Ward. in the red zone, and that would prove costly in what proved to be a close game. The Buckeyes show their athleticism. J.T. Barrett, Terry McLaurin, pitch and catch and run. He's got speed. 84 yards, 7-0 Buckeyes in front. But Barrett was bad at times too. Andrew Van Ginkel, he's right there to make it the pick six and tie the score at 7s. But here's where Ohio State made its move. Missed tackles will allow Paris Campbell to go 57 yards on the quick pass and even quicker sprint to the end zone. 14-7, Ohio State in front. Second quarter now, J.K. Dobbins, the best freshman back in Buckeyes history, makes a man miss, splits the defense, goes 77 yards. He would finally get shoved out of bounds at the 1-yard line, but it leads to a touchdown. It's 21-7. Game over, right? Wrong. The Badgers defense taking it away. A third takeaway here on the night. Leon Jacobs, the interception off the carom in the third quarter. And then early in the fourth quarter, Chris James. He's going to put it in the end zone. Bucky gets a 2-point conversion and gets back within 24-21. The Badgers get the ball back. Fourth down, down 6 late. But Hornibrook is picked off on the desperation attempt, and the Badgers fall in the Big Ten title game. There will be no playoffs. Well, big news for the Packers. Aaron Rodgers returned to practice today. He still can't play for 2 weeks, but his appearance has to be a boost for a team that needs a lot to happen to make the playoffs. The most realistic and easiest path to the playoffs for the Pack includes the following 4 things. 1, win out. 2, Detroit must lose one of its 4 games before the finale against Green Bay. 3, Carolina must lose 2 of its 4 games outside the Green Bay matchup. And 4, Seattle must lose twice. All the scenarios are moot without Brett Hundley building upon last week's success in Pittsburgh.
For me, it's just staying consistent. I would love to be lights out like that every week, 3, touchdowns, all that stuff. But, I just got to make sure I do what we're coached to do. Stay within the game plan. Don't make the bad mistake.
Well, this week, the Taylor of the Trenches joins us on Cover 2 to break down how the offensive game plan fits against the Buccaneers, who own the worst pass defense in the NFL. In NCAA Division III football today, third-ranked Oshkosh looking to march on in the playoffs, just 3 wins from a national title. The focus on the foe at hand today, Wartburg College visiting this afternoon, and the Knights would strike first, but that lead was fleeting. Brett Casper, the friendly quarterback, finds a wide-open Dylan Hecker, who gets a little yak attack yards after the catch, roasting the Wartburg defense. Titans up 13-7. They led by as much as 10 in the first half, but in the third, Wartburg ties it at 20s with a field goal. Where the heck did the offense go? Well, Dylan Hecker finds it for him. The 1-yard touchdown plunge, then the 2-yard touchdown plunge, and then the second half hat trick for Hecker, the spin move. Nicely done. He had 5 scores on the day, and the Titans run away with it. 41-27. They will play Mount Union in the semifinals next week. College hoops, the Phoenix women facing a 3rd straight ranked foe today with Southwest grad Natisha Heidemann and her Marquette squad in town. Now, Heidemann would face foul trouble and did not make a field goal until the second half. Allie LeClaire, the Notre Dame Academy grad, Euro step for the score, 44-31 Phoenix in the third, and this is not how they drew it up. But it works. Jess Lindstrom beats the third quarter buzzer. It's 50-36 after 3. In the fourth, Heidemann going to miss. She had a poor shooting day, but still got 10 points, most at the free throw line. 2 freebies makes it a 2-score game, down 6, but Green Bay would hold on to win 63-55. The Green Bay men fall to 2-4. Yes, they made 10 3-pointers today, but they also missed 19. And they lose at Belmont. The Badgers basketball team in action. Wisconsin's only lead was 2-0. The Buckeyes made their first 7 3-point attempts. They were up 42-24 here and ran away with it. Ohio State up by as much as 35. Kobe King going to turn it over here, and this was very indicative of the day. Bucky trounced 83-58. And the Marquette men hosting 5-1 Georgia. Second half, Marcus Howard, he was hot. He puts the Golden Eagles up by 2. He had 29 points. But with 2 minutes to play, the Bulldogs up 2. T-Shawn Hightower extends the advantage, and Marquette's going to fall 73-66.
Thanks for joining us.